Okay, it's 31st of March, currently 4:32 GMT, and this is S&P, a swing short in here right now. I'm short at 89, 4089, and the stop is open just above this green box at about 4102. So I do think that that green box is a little bit of a better level, but certainly I think the way the price has moved today, you can see these on our candles, so you can see how the price has moved very inefficiently. So I think we can draw back in next week. So today is the last trading day of the week as well as month and quarter. So I think we can see price coming into this it's called 4065 area. So 22 points scaling for the first target, and we'll have to see, but I think I'll take the major of a position out there because I think these blue levels are much better, and then even better are these green areas somewhere in here. So but we'll have to see how price would run into them. So just discussing a little bit of a price action on this from February. So so you can see very inefficient move. So left pockets behind, hitting some pockets into this area and leaving some pockets behind. So while I think that this is a much better level in terms of holding the short for some time, I think we can see a reaction in these areas as well. I think the blue areas are a little bit better, and does have potential for more response, but depends on again how the price runs into them. So these are refined on the lower time frames. We could go into them, but so just want to get this chart here. So these are the more refined levels. I was using these levels as using them as to look for a trade. And if we just put, this is the 5-minute chart of that 1 hour area. So you can see this is a fractal in here which is moving this price down, and this is very inefficient. So this move picked up liquidity from these wicks, and these wicks are picking up liquidity from these areas. So potentially there is something on the middle area of that one, and if this middle area does fail, then probably we have some shelf that is not filled yet. And we also have in correlation that that clean breaking point from this area. So while the green areas on the chart on the other platform are these levels, which I think are a little bit better, and then eventually this area. But so this is a breakdown of that 1 hour time frame. But so just to show you that liquidity, I just put it on replay mode, and so this is also clean breaking point, which is moving quite inefficiently, but you can see now this is getting filled. And typically I like the levels, which the liquidity is feeding off of. So in this case that would be this area, but this area is feeding or taking liquidity from this area. So I thought this is a much better level, so I ended up shorting it. The stop is at 4102, so a small stop at 13 points. And I do think that we can draw in back up a little bit deeper. So one more thing to point out is that, so 4-minute chart, so also this is the tag of that level. So if that fails, then probably I think we can see that filling of this move, and then eventually we can see a little bit of a downside in here. But then if this move breaks, and well, I think I'm not confident, but just I don't know, I do want to say that if this tag in here fails, so if this 40 area fails, then I would probably try to run back down to these areas, but that would be a little bit of a stall only, and then I will eventually look for this 3776 area. That's a big call, but I think this is what I'm looking for right now. But certainly price can hold in these areas, not this, but somewhere in here or these. But I think if we want current buy momentum to actually continue, then I think price should end up holding in this area only. But for me, the first scaling comes something in about 70. So short, no, not 70 though. it's at 89, so yes, around 69 area. So below this low, somewhere in here, something will come out. I have it on the other chart. So if we go here, so we'll have the 5 here. So second, yeah. Yeah, so if I'm short at 89, so I want to take something out, let's say at 21 points and 65 probably. So these are some of the levels, but we'll see how this one goes, and we'll also trail the stop as the price momentum continues. So let's see what will happen. But so yeah, I mean, let's see what happens, and similarly looking for same thing on risk assets as well. So let's see. So Tuesday, 4th of April, currently 5:18 GMT, and I'm short S&P right in this 40 and 40 area, I guess, and 40 and 40 area, and then so I've taken 2 losses already. One actually I took a trade in here, moved my stop, and then this candle took me out. So kind of surprising that this candle didn't show any response, and this like according to me that always this level was always a great short, reason being that if you just see here, I think if I explained earlier, but just this sort of section which is pushing the prices is actually feeding off of this area, so we might have something in here. So initially right now I think I would like this pressure to actually maintain and not start actually trading above this range right in here, because if it does that, then possibly we have a move to the upside, and you know, then I think 4200, 4400, we are talking 42, 44, I guess. Then and then let's see, but looking for first scaling out right at this high, so something in these areas, because this is the overall fractal. This is the overall fractal right in here, and this is, the price is extended, and now it's coming back in to fill in this extension. So we can take half of the position out at 4080, and we can work with that. Then this, but nonetheless, the stop is at break even now. So watching closely as to what it does, but you can see it's drawing back right now. So stalled in here for a little bit and then extended, and then it's trying to work through its shelf. So I think if this area breaks, then I think we can possibly head in deeper. But if we do start trading and maintaining in this area, then you know, we'll have to see at that point in time. But we'll see when it gets there. But so we remember taking a short right in here, getting stopped out, and then it headed into this thicker base, thicker apex in here, and currently showing nice response. But let's see. I mean, it would be good if it could just come in here to fill in our order and this extension, this thin extension, and very lightly traded. I do think it will come here, but we'll have to see. We're just watching closely, and let's see what happens. But so this is the position in here. So the first loss I took at actually in here at 4093, and then got stopped out at 41. And then second trade was I think something in here, and then got stopped out today at something in here. So let's see, this trade is so far working very well. So we have a nice reaction of 50 points almost, and I kind of want to book something. I should book something, but I do think we'll make our way into this 40-80 area, somewhere in here where I'll take 60 or half or 60% of my position out in here. So let's see how this one goes. Yeah. Thursday, 9:16 GMT. I took profit in S&P as discussed. So I took something actually 50% out in here, right on this extension. So as discussed in here, took 50% of the position out, and now the stop is just above in this area at 4103, and the reason is fairly being that, you know, this is the last pocket which I think has some liquidity. But if this move down, which is this move which fails, then I think possibly we can get into this area or possibly higher. But at that point I'm not interested in that short post if the price breaks this level out. So um just not sure where the market wants to go right now. Very unsure on the current situation regarding every asset, but certainly a nice trade, I think. But took a loss, I think, first in here, and played very nicely. And uh, if I think if it wants to maintain the pressure to the downside, I think this move down should maintain into possibly these areas, possibly lower. I still want to see price coming into this area and this area, but that might not be possible. So if we just go on this 4 hour, so you can see this is the extension of this whole area, but also keeping in mind that this part or this whole leg was also the extension of this whole area. So uh, certainly I do want to see price something in here. I think if price wants to hold for a deeper move, then I think it could hold here possibly, and then but if it starts breaking this area, then I possibly would move my targets into these areas and possibly lower. So one thing at a time, but not sure what it wants to do right now, because it can certainly come up and then go down possibly. We'll have to see if we can short these ones, but let's see. And also regarding the exit, so if we could go on this 1 hour, so this exit was planned right in here, because as the price moves up, so these we were aware of these pockets to the left, and the price was working through them. So this was the level that I took profit on, so something in here, and very nice move into it. So could have been a long intraday long, but didn't take it. And let's see how this one goes. Also one thing to point out is this. So go in here, so if we go on this weekly, right, so I mean you can see this sort of reversal behavior, which looks pretty good, but I think if it starts crashing or coming down, then I think we are I think majorly if we do break this structure, these lows in here, then there could be something in here, but I do think that will come into this 3200 area. We'll see when that comes, but certainly looks this chart, naked chart looks quite bullish right now for a move into deeper areas, but let's see. Okay, so these are the executions right in here. So short in here, stop at 4102 point something, and currently just want to see this momentum to the downside, and this was the first scaling of 50%. So yeah, let's see. It's 7th of April, currently 12:48 GMT, Friday. This is non-farm payrolls came better than expected, so positive USD. But we still saw price moving up right now. The markets are closed today, so not trading anything. But yesterday we did get taken out of this trade, so I had moved my stop in here. Yeah, in here, and I got stopped out at 33 points, and the short was taken up in here. First scaling out was somewhere in here at 57 points, but got taken out in here. So let's see where it goes right now. I don't have any bias, but let's see. And we also discussed this. So we marked this pocket yesterday, I guess, and you can see a little bit of a reaction from those areas. So just not an ideal day for me to be trading. Very thin liquidity in the markets, and the market is not open today. So we'll wait for next week and see where we can go from here. But I do think that if price doesn't break down and continue to hold in here, and I think we can make our way into this area, and if this breaks, then possibly higher. So as far as this swing trade is concerned, this is done, and this is the stop out level. So I got stopped out right in here, and first scaling was taken out in here. So let's see where we go from here. But let's see.